the Titan Crown.
From darkness to light and back again. His future remains shrouded in mystery. His destiny is unclear. He is everlasting. He is perpetual. He is the Phenom. He is the Undertaker.
Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a video about every Undertaker action figure, and I've been collecting for a long time, and I'm just discovering or rediscovering the wrestling figure database. Now, this website has a collection of pretty much like every action figure you could think of out there, and I've always wanted to know like how many Undertaker action figures there were and how many I have, to compare or like reference. And thank you to the people at Wrestling Figure Database for your work. We appreciate it. Again, that's Wrestling Figure Database. That's what I'm basing this video on. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll through and check out what we can find on the Undertaker. So I'm going to search up the Undertaker and type that in. Enter, and we get 488 results for Undertaker action figures. And we're just going to jump right into it, and you could see that one of the first results was that mail away Undertaker action figure from like 1993. This is the order form from WWF magazine. A lot of these figures, I'm not sure, well, how do you say it? Like, I don't know, like, these Funko Pops, I wouldn't necessarily call that an action figure, but, I know that so far, I've collected 224 Undertaker action figures. Here we're taking a look at those Wrecking Mattels. That's a new series or line that's more recent. But yeah, I've got about 200, or I do have exactly 224. This is a mail away exclusive from Toy Fair magazine. I've got one of those. This one I don't have. I really want one of these. This is a ringside exclusive, unmatched glow in the dark, limited edition Undertaker. I don't know. I think you can still grab that over on Ringside Collectibles for $274.99. And it's one of 100. I have one action figure that's one of 100 of Undertaker. We'll get to that one of 100 Taker shortly. I'm just scrolling through Wrestling Figure Database. There's so many figures, or there's quite a few that I haven't ever even known existed until I looked them up here. But I do have most of them, and it's cool because they have a lot of the recent ones. Like, I've made this video in June of 2022, so this figure, or this list, is current as of June of 2022. I really like the crossover Mattel Ghostbusters lineup. I definitely collected that. It's a Walmart exclusive. It's one of my favorite sets. I like Ghostbusters. Of course, I like The Undertaker. I can't wait for that retro Superstars. It's coming up soon. That gray Undertaker. I'm just scrolling through. Again, we're looking at the Wrestling Figure Database and seeing the 488 results for The Undertaker. I think this is a good idea if you collect action figures to reference this website because it's got a lot of information. I mean, this is very helpful. I was actually considering making my own list, but somebody beat me to it. But I appreciate it. Thank you once again, Wrestling Figure Database, for your work. Apologize every now and then that the top header of their website will reappear as I'm scrolling through. The Ring Rage line was kind of cool. I've been collecting for 25 years, and there was a point where I kind of, oh, well, here's the one of 3,000 Wizard exclusives. No, I was doing some research trying to remember exactly how you could get these ones. Now, this one was like $24.99 at the door. When you attended the event, you had to buy like a ticket for the Wizard or the Toy Fair Fan Fest type event. And now here's the one of 100. I had this one autographed by the Undertaker at a Ace Comic Con in Long Island, New York. And this one was like, originally you had to, I think you purchased a ticket and you were able to have access to buy this one, and it was like $399.99 originally. Here I am with the Undertaker in Long Island, New York, at the Ace Comic Con. That's my all-time favorite figure. That one of 100. It's just one of my favorites. So going through here, I collected most of these. It's kind of cool when you're going through it. You're like, yeah, I can check that one off, check that one off. So many. But then there's quite a few that I haven't collected, and I would really like to get that mail away Hasbro Undertaker. I never had a chance to get that one. Now these ones are kind of cool. I never even knew these existed. These were made by Medicom. They're like a Japanese figure. And when I looked them up, they said they were made in 2016. Definitely don't have one of those. It would be cool to have something unusual like that for my collection. Here I came across another one. This looks like a variation or different figure, but that was the Medicom Japanese figures. So I started collecting 25 years ago, and there was a point where I kind of wasn't as interested in collecting. I want to say maybe around 2002, 2003, I kind of stopped collecting. But then I started getting back into it about like 2010 after Mattel had picked up the contract with, I guess you'd call it a contract or the license agreement to make WWE action figures. I mean, growing up, Jakks Pacific was the ones that made the wrestling figures, so I'm kind of impartial to them, but the Mattel action figures are so much better than what Jakks was doing. And, who knows if it was the technology at the time or whatever, but I mean, if you take a look at some of the Jakks figures, they're just kind of really out there. It's kind of like has a likeness and bears a resemblance to the wrestler, or maybe they just head swap, different bodies and just called it a different wrestler and called it a day. I'm sure you could find some of that with Mattel, but they seem much more articulate and more detailed. And it could always just be changing technology. And again, there's 488 results as of June 2022. And like I said, I'm not sure what other people consider an action figure, like that little mini glow-in-the-dark Undertaker. That's I think it was like a Teeny Mates. But I mean, I wouldn't consider that an action figure. It's more like a toy. But yeah, according to the Wrestling Figure Database, these are action figures. So it's up for debate whether they're all action figures or not. And there were 21 pages of results. So this video is about 13 to 14 minutes, give or take. It's cool when you're scrolling through here because sometimes you find a variant of something that you didn't even know there was like a different version of it. I like that 2-pack with the Undertaker and Paul Bear. That Burger King exclusive, like stuffed animal type deal. I can't believe they consider that an action figure. But I have one of those, so I guess it counts. I'll have to recount and get a new total, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm at 224, but judging by some of these sets on here or some of these figures, my tally could be a bit higher. But again, that's up for debate. Like all those little mini Bendham sets, like I can recall seeing those in the store when I was a child, but they were just pumping out stuff back in the day. It was just like there's a wrestling version of everything. I wish I grabbed one of these Bendham sets. I like the artwork on the box, the Undertaker and and Goldust locking up. I try to find out a little more on that box right there, that exclusive ring and 4 action figures, but there wasn't much. And this video is pretty long as it is. I'm sure if there's something that catches your eye here, you'll do your due diligence and research it yourself. I've got one of those 4-packs, those action figures, those Titantron Lives. That's a very unique pack. I like that. Again, there's so many that I missed the opportunity to collect, but there's another exclusive box set right there. That looks cool. That would be really awesome to have. Need to grab me one of those Undertaker, Ric Flair 2-packs. Now here's one of those exclusive box sets. These photos are courtesy of the Wrestling Figure Database, so this is what you would have got in the box. There's an Undertaker, a referee, Steve Austin. I believe there was one more I missed. It might have been Vince. Now, just scrolling through. I believe we're almost towards the end of this video. I really like that 4-pack. This is a cool 4-pack. Now, those figures aren't that great, but it just looks like a cool set to have in your collection, especially if you had the other SmackDown one to go with it, because that was during the Raw vs. SmackDown or SmackDown vs. Raw era of WWE. Here's another one of those exclusive sets that I don't have one of those, so I just thought this one's cool. This is a variation. I like this one. I wish I would have collected one of those. I think that's like a Family Dollar type deal. That $9.99 price tag looks familiar. I'm not sure what store it's from. I think this is the end. I think this is page 21. I believe we're almost there at the end. We are just about to wrap this up. I believe this is just about it. I think we're on page 21. Yep, this is it. This is the end. Thank you for checking out my video. This is where you can find me if you want to see anything else I've posted online. Again, thank you very much. Take care. Have a good day.
Please like and subscribe. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok and Instagram. Thank you for watching.